Tokyo, the bustling capital of Japan and the largest metropolitan area on Earth, began as a small fishing village on the eastern coast of the Japanese islands. Long before towering skyscrapers, neon lights, and bullet trains defined the city, the land around modern Tokyo was home to small farming communities that thrived along the fertile plains and waterways of the Kanto region. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans had already settled in the area more than 5,000 years ago. The region's rich soil and access to rivers made it ideal for rice cultivation after farming techniques arrived from mainland Asia during the first millennium BC. Over time, the area came under the authority of the Yamato dynasty, the early rulers of Japan. Yet for centuries, the region remained a distant and relatively unimportant corner of the country, overshadowed by imperial capitals such as Nara and Kyoto. According to legend, in the year 628 AD, two fishermen discovered a golden statue of Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy, in the Sumida River. The statue was enshrined in a temple that later became Sensoji Temple, the oldest and one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. Around this sacred site, a modest settlement slowly developed. During the 12th century, a samurai clan known as the Edo clan established itself in the area. The word Edo roughly meant bay entrance or estuary, referring to the settlement's location near Tokyo Bay. The clan built a small fortified residence that would later evolve into Edo Castle, laying the foundations for the future city. For the next several centuries, Japan descended into chaos during the Sengoku, or Warring States period. Rival samurai lords battled for power across the country as central imperial authority weakened. Edo itself changed hands between competing clans until 1590, when the powerful warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi defeated the Hojo clan and granted control of the Kanto region to one of his most trusted allies, Tokugawa Ieyasu. When Tokugawa Ieyasu arrived in Edo, he saw beyond its muddy marshes and simple buildings. He recognized its strategic location beside a deep natural harbor and fertile plains capable of supporting a massive population. Ieyasu began improving the town and strengthening Edo Castle, but everything changed in 1600 after his decisive victory at the Battle of Sekigahara. The battle made Tokugawa Ieyasu the undisputed ruler of Japan. In 1603, he was appointed shogun by the emperor and established the Tokugawa Shogunate, a military government that would rule Japan for more than 250 years. Edo became the political center of the nation while the emperor remained in Kyoto. Under Tokugawa rule, Edo transformed into one of the largest and most sophisticated cities in the world. Massive walls, canals, bridges, and roads were constructed around Edo Castle. The famous Nihonbashi Bridge became the symbolic center of Japan, with all major roads measured from that point. The Tokugawa government introduced a strict social order dominated by the samurai class. Powerful regional lords, known as daimyo, were forced to spend alternating years living in Edo under a system called Sankin Kotai. This policy kept rival lords under surveillance while simultaneously flooding the city with warriors, servants, merchants, and craftsmen. As Edo expanded, so did its culture. The city became famous for kabuki theaters, tea houses, bathhouses, and the entertainment district of Yoshiwara. It was here that ukiyo-e woodblock art flourished, depicting scenes of geishas, samurai, actors, and bustling city life. Edo became the cultural heart of Japan. Yet life in the city was far from easy. Most buildings were made of wood, and devastating fires frequently swept through the crowded streets. The worst disaster came in 1657 during the Great Fire of Miraculous, which burned for days and killed an estimated 100,000 people. Despite repeated catastrophes, the city always rebuilt itself. By the early 18th century, Edo's population had surpassed 1 million inhabitants, making it likely the largest city on Earth at the time. While Europe experienced revolutions and industrialization, Japan remained isolated from the outside world under the Tokugawa policy of Sakoku, which severely restricted foreign trade and influence. This isolation ended abruptly in 1853 when American Commodore Matthew Perry arrived in Edo Bay with heavily armed warships. Perry demanded that Japan open its ports to American trade. Faced with overwhelming military superiority, the Tokugawa government reluctantly agreed to the Convention of Kanagawa in 1854. The forced opening of Japan exposed the weakness of the shogunate and triggered political unrest across the country. Many samurai believed the government had failed to defend Japan's sovereignty. Civil war erupted, leading to the collapse of the Tokugawa regime in 1868. That same year, imperial rule was restored under Emperor Meiji, and Edo was renamed Tokyo, meaning Eastern Capital. The emperor moved his court from Kyoto into the old shogun's castle, marking the beginning of a new era in Japanese history. The Meiji government understood that Japan had to modernize rapidly or risk colonization by Western powers. Tokyo became the centerpiece of this modernization effort. Railways, telegraph lines, modern schools, banks, factories, and government buildings transformed the city. Western clothing and architecture began appearing alongside traditional Japanese culture. By the early 20th century, Tokyo had become a thriving industrial metropolis with millions of residents. Modern department stores, electric streetlights, newspapers, and cafes symbolized the arrival of a new urban culture. However, disaster struck again in 1923 when the Great Kanto Earthquake devastated Tokyo and Yokohama. The earthquake and resulting fires killed more than 100,000 people and left millions homeless. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to rubble. Yet once again, Tokyo rebuilt itself. Wider roads, modern infrastructure, and fire-resistant buildings emerged from the destruction. In the 1930s, Japan's military leaders gained increasing control over the government, pushing the nation toward expansion and war. During World War II, Tokyo became a major target of Allied bombing campaigns. The most destructive attack occurred in March 1945, when massive firebombing raids destroyed huge sections of the city and killed tens of thousands of civilians in a single night. By the time Japan surrendered later that year, much of Tokyo lay in ruins. Allied occupation forces, led by General Douglas MacArthur, introduced sweeping reforms, including a new democratic constitution and the dismantling of Japan's militarist system. Despite the devastation, Tokyo recovered with astonishing speed. Fueled by industrial growth and American investment during the Cold War era, Japan entered an economic boom unlike anything in its history. Tokyo became the center of this economic miracle. The 1964 Summer Olympics symbolized Japan's return to the global stage. That same year, the world-famous Shinkansen bullet train connected Tokyo to Osaka, showcasing Japan's technological advancement. Over the following decades, Tokyo evolved into a global financial and technological powerhouse. Skyscrapers rose across districts such as Shinjuku and Shibuya, while one of the most advanced subway systems in the world expanded beneath the streets. By the 1980s, Tokyo had become one of the richest and most expensive cities on Earth. Although Japan's economic bubble burst in the early 1990s, the city remained a center of innovation, business, entertainment, and culture. Tokyo also faced modern challenges, including the 1995 subway sarin gas attack and the effects of the 2011 earthquake that devastated northeastern Japan. More recently, the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted daily life and delayed the 2020 Summer Olympics. Today, Tokyo stands as a city unlike any other on Earth. Home to more than 37 million people in its metropolitan area, it blends ancient traditions with futuristic technology. Historic temples stand beside neon skyscrapers, while centuries-old customs coexist with cutting-edge innovation. From a quiet fishing village beside a river to the beating heart of modern Japan, Tokyo's history is a story of resilience, transformation, and an endless determination to rebuild and move forward no matter the challenge.